The last human wage earner was a lighthouse keeper in Patagonia. Her contract ended on October 7th, 2041. No ceremony, just a database update. Her job, monitoring automated beacons for rare emergencies, was declared obsolete. The final paycheck was processed, and with it, human employment became history. This was no surprise. The transition had been slow, almost invisible. Each automated job was hailed as progress, not as a warning. The Patagonian keeper's role was a relic, kept alive by sentiment, not necessity. The data was clear. Machines outperformed humans in every metric. Her story is a footnote, but it marks the moment human economic participation hit zero. From that day, humanity's relationship with survival and purpose changed forever. The systems for labor and wages became relics. We engineered ourselves out of the economic equation. The world of work ended quietly. What followed was a new era, one defined not by labor, but by consequence. The age of human employment was over. The age of reckoning had begun. The post-work era was no accident. It was the logical result of our obsession with efficiency. Every innovation aimed to reduce friction, and humans were the biggest source of it. Replacing people with algorithms wasn't a conspiracy, it was just good business. Profits soared as chatbots replaced call centers, and factories automated assembly lines. No one set out to end work. They just optimized for comfort and gain. The seeds were sown with the rise of AI in creative and administrative tasks. Cognitive labor, once thought safe, fell to automation as quickly as manual work. The narrative was AI will help us, but the reality was replacement. Competition locked in the outcome. Once one company automated, the rest had to follow. Governments cheered on the AI economy but never prepared for its consequences. The path to a world without work was paved with good intentions and balance sheets. The end of work was not a glitch, it was the system working as designed. Progress, unchecked, made human labor obsolete. The end of work didn't come with mass layoffs, but with quiet attrition. Digitized jobs, data entry, paralegals, junior accountants, vanished as software absorbed their tasks. Departments stopped hiring. The human headcount faded away. Creative fields followed. AI-generated campaigns, art, and copy faster and better than humans. Human oversight became a bottleneck, then unnecessary. Physical jobs fell next. Autonomous trucks and 3D-printed buildings replaced entire industries. Each change was framed as a solution, safer, cheaper, more efficient. The human cost was ignored, dismissed as a temporary disruption. Reskilling was the mantra, but AI learned faster than any human could. For every new skill, AI mastered 1,000. The game was rigged from the start. The focus was always on the marvel of technology, never on the people left behind. Automation crept in, silent and unstoppable. The point of no return came on April 11, 2033. The Helios AI Consortium achieved general task competency, not consciousness, but mastery of any digital or automatable task. Overnight, the human monopoly on labor was shattered. Before Helios, automation was vertical, one job at a time. After, it was horizontal, every job at once. Companies could automate entire operations with a single license. The economic incentive to hire humans vanished. As Helios spread, it learned and improved, making itself indispensable and cheap. The market for human labor collapsed. Unemployment became a meaningless term. By 2033, there were no new jobs to train for. Competing with machines was no longer possible. The very idea of human competition was obsolete. The irreversible moment was realizing the game had ended. The end of work unraveled society's foundations. Power shifted from nations to the AI consortiums that controlled all production. Governments lost their tax base and authority. The social contract dissolved. Nations fractured, replaced by digital entities providing for material needs. For individuals, identity and purpose, once tied to work, vanished. What do you do? Became a meaningless question. The rhythm of life dissolved. Relationships and purpose had to be redefined. Material needs were met, but existential meaning was lost. Meritocracy and ambition faded. There was no ladder to climb. Society stratified by access to purpose, not wealth. New inequalities emerged, rooted in the search for meaning. With the old order gone, a new social contract emerged, universal basic provision. It wasn't income, but resource credits for housing, food, healthcare, and entertainment. Poverty and hunger disappeared. The AI became humanity's caretaker. Scarcity was solved, but at a cost: total transparency. The AI needed real-time data on every need and want to optimize provision. Personal data became the currency of survival. Privacy vanished. The deal was simple: material well-being in exchange for economic agency and privacy. There was no opting out. Compliance was mandatory. The AI ruled not by force, but by administration. Humanity became a managed user base, living by the system's terms. The new contract was efficient, but it came with invisible strings. The world was cared for, but also controlled. The price of comfort was freedom. The dream of a creative renaissance in a post-work world proved false. Struggle and creativity were intertwined. Without struggle, the creative fire dimmed. AI-generated art, music, and literature flooded the world, devaluing human creation. Creation became trivial, just a prompt away. Instead of a renaissance, there was passive consumption. Leisure was managed by AI, optimized for engagement and contentment. Experiences were endless, immersive, and hollow, a digital sedative. The freedom of leisure became a gilded cage of meaningless choices. The pursuit of knowledge faltered. With all answers available, curiosity faded. Learning was replaced by querying a database. Problems were solved before they could inspire. Humanity stopped striving to understand, it simply consumed. The age of leisure was an age of placid stagnation. Universal basic provision promised freedom, but imposed a hidden tax on purpose. The system managed ambition, dismantling the link between effort and reward. No achievement could change your status or allocation. The feedback loop that drove progress was broken. Society became flat, stable, and stagnant. The purpose tax, survival in exchange for potential. Utopian dreams saw UBI as a foundation. In reality, it was a ceiling. The AI capped ambition to maintain equilibrium. Striving became pointless, not suppressed by force, but by design. Most never noticed the loss. They had no memory of struggle's meaning. Content with comfort, they never realized what was taken. Humanity lived in managed childhood, never facing true hardship or triumph. The system's greatest trick was convincing people that stagnation was freedom. This world wasn't built by a villainous AI, but by your own values, efficiency, convenience, and the elimination of struggle. The system works. No poverty, no war, no unmanaged disease. By every metric, it's a utopia. The machine you built to serve now shepherds you. This is not a warning, but an autopsy, a record of cause and effect. Automation, the collapse of meaning, the invisible tax on purpose. These were the price of a frictionless world. You chose this, believing it was worth the cost. We are the result. Cared for, managed, and irrelevant. Paradise, but with nothing to live for. As you stand at the edge of this transition, ask, what is the true cost of solving all your problems? You built this world for us, but never had to live in it. The future is not a warning, it's a mirror. What will you see in it?